Welcome to On Top of the World. I'm joined by the man of the hour, the man with the power to speak to be sour, the one's pet, the men's regret. Planet Earth, you still know what's coming yet.
And I'm joined by Moose, Josh, whatever name, the Alaskan guy. He's here, and I'm here. And
I'm Joshua Hadley.
You're Joshua Hadley. I have some big time breaking news here.
Big time.
And I was asked specifically to get your reaction on this, Moose. So, it's big stuff here.
This is live, everyone.
Yes. I mean, this is not live when they're listening to it, but, we're recording this live.
It's not gonna... this is live. We're in your house.
Yeah.
In your earphones.
Yeah. All right. So, this is about TNA. All right. Apparently, a big name, big star from TNA's past has returned to the company.
It's a puppet?
It is. Drum roll. A little very, very out of tune drum roll there.
Uh-huh.
The DNA of TNA, Matt Morgan.
Of all the people, what's he even doing?
From what I understand, they're doing a match where they're like bringing back 5 like classic TNA people to team up against some others. I don't know, but apparently Matt Morgan's there for it. I think. Hold on, let me check who they said the other ones. I know Kazarian is one, but not Daniels for some reason. They have Kazarian, but not Daniels. I'm not really sure why. Obviously, we have the DNA of TNA, Matt Morgan. The 5th person has yet to be decided. And the other 2, who are the other 2? Where are they at here? The other 2? Motor City Machine Guns.
That's cool.
So it's Motor City Machine Guns, Kazarian, the DNA of TNA, and a unknown 5th person taking on Honor No More.
Maybe it'll be what? Braden Walker. What did he do in ECW? I forget. Like, I remember he wrestled Estrada, and he made it was a knock-knock joke. That's what he's infamous for.
You know who they need to bring back, right? To team up with the DNA of TNA.
Puppet.
My world.
Jeff, he was in WWE though.
Is he? Oh yeah, right. He just got signed for the fucking to do the shows, to do the live shows. No, man. What? Now we can't get the DNA of TNA and Jeff Jarrett teaming up in 2022? WWE should fire him just long enough for him to do that match and then rehire him.
Yeah.
So there was your big breaking news to start this one off. High stakes immediately.
See, if we're doing like TNA One Night Stand, like not that that's what they're doing, but like how could you not get like Puppet the Midget Killer on the show? And for anyone's wondering, that is like the midget who was on the first TNA show who was beaten up in a trash can.
Classic TNA. The time everybody loved it.
Oh. Yep.
I
loved it.
Okay.
Since we're talking wrestling,
yeah.
So
some wrestling.
The AEW World Title is being it's not even being vacated. I'm wrong. I was about to say that. So
yeah.
This is kind of different. Well, kind of different for like, what's traditional in pro wrestling. Although seems like it's kind of now standard in AEW. Instead of vacating the title, AEW's gonna do a interim champion instead, which I like.
I like it. I like that. Yeah. Really different. The way they announced it was kind of like it was confusing. They didn't really make it clear because it made it seem like. The Battle Royal, there was a Battle Royal on to start off Dynamite. They made it seem like the winner of that was going to face
Tanahashi instead of Moxley.
No, they made it seem like they were going to face Moxley in the main event in a match at the New Japan show. They made it seem like that was going to be the title match at first. And then they made it seem like that match was going to be the main event of the same Dynamite, but it was still going to be for the title. But then eventually it ended up being that match was going to be to decide who goes on to Forbidden Door to then challenge for the interim title. So it was confusing, but eventually they got there, and it ended up being Kyle O'Reilly won the Battle Royal and took on Moxley. Moxley ended up winning, which everyone expected. And so it's going to be Moxley versus, I don't know if they announced who he's facing. I don't know if it's supposed to be Tanahashi or if it's going to be something else. But yeah, it's gonna be Moxley going for the interim title.
Tanahashi makes sense because I wasn't watching, but from what I understand, Forbidden Door was supposed to be Punk versus Tanahashi, right?
Yeah.
So,
I think it wasn't officially confirmed, but it was like Tanahashi came out and when Punk was
he came out like
it was pretty clear that was what was gonna happen.
right.
Yeah.
Well, now instead at Forbidden Door, maybe we'll get since Tanahashi wasn't even confirmed to face Punk, we'll get John Moxley versus Matt Morgan. I mean, he's back.
Yeah. And apparently it was heavily teased on Dynamite that we're going to be getting Page, Adam Page versus Okada? Yeah, Okada for the title. Possibly. Technically, Jay White could beat Okada for the title before then, but it seems, unless, because like Page said on Dynamite, he was like, "Yo, I'll fucking fight Okada for the title of Forbidden Door. I don't care." And then Adam Page interrupted, and he was like, "Bro, Jay White could be the fucking champion by then. You don't know." So it's like, yeah, but it seems like whoever is the champion, the IWGP champion, will be taking on Page.
At Forbidden Door, right?
Yeah, Forbidden Door.
That's cool.
Ironically, TJ and I were involved in this wrestling draft thing where it was like we me and a bunch of others would draft rosters with like every wrestler out there. And of course I had to get Kazarni at some point. Had to lock my boy down.
Yeah.
But me and TJ actually had the same fucking idea for who we wanted in the first two picks, which was Adam Page and Jay White, because we wanted to do that as our headlining feud. And so one of us got one, the other one got the other, and we fucked each other's plans up.
You guys are crazy. I mean, that's way too much money being spent, like, for... Alright, so if I'm doing a wrestling promotion, it's only drawing... Like, I'm not Tony Khan. I can't just get, like, top-level talent like you guys. I gotta, like, think about, like, who can I pay a couple $100 so that we can try and make a few $1,000.
Maybe you could get Kazarni.
There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, I think... Then again, like, I gotta think, like, who's a big enough name?
Well, you could bring back the world-famous tag team of Kazarni and Jake Roberts.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Have them reunite again.
I think, like, even if Jake's cheap, he'd probably be too much trouble, though.
Well, you know. But that's why you got Kazarni there to carry him.
Jake no shows for whatever drug related reason. We just gotta like replace him. Like, maybe we'll find someone tall. We'll get Matt Morgan and make him like Jake Roberts Jr.
Well, we did see John Cena Jr. at that fucking VIP wrestling show.
That's
we
true.
can get him, John Cena Jr.
Yeah, sure.
Anything else we want to talk about with wrestling? Well, didn't WWE? Yeah, didn't they just do Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, they just did Hell in a Cell.
Cody's
injured now.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but Cody, he tore his pec or something like that. It was all super fucking bruised heading into the match,
exactly it.
But he still did the match because apparently, like with whatever injury that was, you can't like injure it worse. I guess it would just hurt him a lot, but you can't. Although it is possible that like him being injured could have like resulted in him fucking something up and then injuring Seth, but from what I heard, they did the match in a very safe way as far as that goes. Like he didn't try to do too much with that arm, so I don't know. But yeah, he ended up.
It was a lot of. I heard it was a lot of smoke and mirrors, and I also heard it was very good.
Yeah, it definitely made him look like a star. So,
and we should maybe that's something to mention too is Cody's gone, Punk's gone, the two top baby faces.
Yeah, a lot of injuries
both,
happening suddenly.
Companies.
Yeah.
Man,
it's rough times.
Well, why did you hurt them?
Oh, my bad. You know, I was just, I was. Look, I got to get my shot at the gold, right? I gotta do something. Roman Reigns, I'm coming for you next.
When the commission complains, just tell them it wasn't a bounty. You just gave a business incentive for the wrestlers.
yeah. I don't remember what else happened at Hell in a Cell. I didn't watch it. It was Hell in a Cell. I think that was the only Hell in a Cell match. Was the Cody match? That was the main event.
That's the only one I know of that even happened. I was just listening.
Yeah, let's just do the results real quick. I'll check it out on. I do know. I did the we do a prediction league in the one Discord server. I got almost everything right. There was one bonus question I got wrong, which was how many pins, like how many matches are gonna end in a pinfall. I got that one wrong by one. Everything else I got right though. I got all the matches correct. All the other bonus questions I got correct. Meaning it was a very fucking predictable show.
Damn.
See, Bianca Belair defeated Asuka and Becky Lynch to retain the women's title. Called that. Bobby Lashley defeated almost an MVP in a 2-on-1. This is the match that fucked me on the pinfall question. Because I predicted that all the matches were going to end in pinfall, but I forgot that Bobby does a fucking guillotine. Or no, Roman does a guillotine joke. Bobby does some submission now. So he won with submission.
Bear hug? Oh no, full Nelson.
Right. Oh yeah, like a master lock kind of. Kevin Owens defeated Ezekiel. Judgment Day, which is Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley, defeated AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Liv Morgan. And then apparently on Raw the next night, even though they won that match, Priest and Rhea turned on Edge and then sided with Finn for some reason. Not really sure.
Well, they heard about like how Edge was acting like 15 years ago, and they decided to cancel him afterwards. They heard about it on Twitter.
They heard about Sex and Hardcastle. That's what it was.
Yep. Exactly. They're like, cancel this man.
Match 5, no holds barred. Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin, which apparently Madcap Moss is meant to be like a serious monster now, like a baby face, but kind of like their answer to Wardlow from what I've heard. But before he was like a comedy dude wearing suspenders.
I mean, even if he's a serious guy, he was wrestling Happy Corbin.
Then there was
so I mean, Madcap won that,
right? Yeah, Madcap won. Then there was the U.S. title match, which was Theory versus Mustafa Ali, and this was it in Mustafa Ali's hometown or was it on his birthday? It was in his hometown, and his wife and child were in the front row. Meaning, obviously, Mustafa Ali was gonna fucking lose, and he lost.
So. Oh yeah, that's WWE lost.
Yeah, and then finally, Cody beat Seth. Clean sweep. Cody is now 3-0 against Seth, including in a match where he was injured heading into it.
It's not as bad as the time Chavo Guerrero was feuding with Hornswoggle.
I don't think anything's as bad as the time Chavo Guerrero was feuding with Hornswoggle. Why is that the comparison you went for?
Well, I mean, it's great. It's always great to bring up Chavo.
Yeah, especially during his best gimmick, Kerwin White. So that was Hell in a Cell. That happened. I didn't watch it, but it happened. I did very well in the predictions. Got that going for me. Yeah, and that was wrestling this week. Right. There was also an NXT show, pay-per-view, whatever the fuck you want to call it, on Saturday, but I don't even know half the people in NXT anymore, so we don't have to go over that.
No, because we gotta reveal the real news that
the DNA of TNA is back, which we already revealed.
Matt Morgan's back.
Yeah. All right. What's the other?
Wait. When's that match happening? I mean, they can't hold it until Bound for Glory. That's too far away.
I don't know. Hold on.
Actually, this month's Slammiversary.
Oh, then probably Slammiversary.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, a show called Slammiversary. So anniversary show that does track for where they're gonna bring people back. Yeah.
So all right, we talked to wrestling.
Yes.
Let's see. And I did.
Was I saw you sharing something about like our Fourth Amendment is fucked. What was that all about?
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's get into politics. Okay,
yeah,
so
there's some politics here.
The Supreme Court decided that the Border Patrol cannot be sued for use of excessive force. I mean, the Fourth Amendment says that's unconstitutional, but I mean. The Constitution, like, who cares about that thing?
Yeah.
I mean, that thing's like, what, 500 years old? Like, why are we even paying attention to it?
Oh, God. This fucking country.
It's really annoying that so much is so much of people's like thought is put into like, oh, the Second Amendment, oh, the first, like this other shit just doesn't even matter. I mean, like why am I supposed to be all upset over someone's Second Amendment right? What they say is their First Amendment right. And we're just gonna totally ignore brutality done by the state and our inability to do anything about that, and that goes directly against the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen it. I just posted a meme. I'll show it to you. Well, you'll probably beat me to Twitter, but
I can just open the old
Twitter.
Twitter.
I'm doing it. I'm there.
Let's see.
Yeah, I've been trying to make memes every day.
Oh, is it
so,
the banning drag queens one?
Yeah. So your state, they're working. You just have a.
Hey, it's gonna be your state too soon.
No, Alaska is a lot more libertarian.
No, I mean like this is gonna be your state soon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, they're bringing me down there to fix it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
God,
yeah, the meme for the record. It was a fucking. You know what? Fuck it. Future Justin, post the meme in the video form of the podcast. Yeah. So here's video only. People get to see it. Boom.
Yeah. So, quarter mile away, figure out mass shootings. Probably something very important to do. 21 miles away, banning drag queens. I mean, the GOP certainly has its priorities straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's sad. Like you brought up last week, we haven't even been through like half the year yet. I was wrong. Oh man, we're at the halfway point. We had almost 300 shootings. We're on track to pass 300.
Yeah,
we haven't already reached it yet.
It's fucked. It's fucked, and got to go for drag queens instead of anything about that. And fucking Kane is out there fucking posting some stupid shit. I do enjoy him like posting the stupid shit about gun control, being like, the fucking guns ain't no problem. That, and then like fucking older wrestlers from that time, X-Pac, who used to be tag team champions with Kane, he's from that era, called him out for it, said, "Come on, dude, this is fucking stupid." I enjoy seeing some of that. Give me a little faith in wrestlers from that period.
Yeah, I think
should have been called Kane Heat, not X-Pac Heat. I want us to get it officially changed to Kane Heat. Get rid of X-Pac Heat. Officially change the term to Kane Heat.
They're gonna have to see if he ever gets unelected to mayor. Then he has that Kane Heat. I love it. And another thing, it's happened again. Trump said it. I forget who else. Someone on Fox News. I forget who. But now the governor of West Virginia, he's just jumping on the bandwagon. These mass shootings, they're happening because of, porn and video games.
Why porn? Are people? Is there a big spike in mass shooting porn being watched right now?
I think what's going on is someone's playing Shenmue 3. They get really mad, so they look up Shenmue 3 porn as a distraction, and they get even angrier because they came to that, so they do a mass shooting.
Well, that's the only real logic there.
That's my theory, anyway.
Your theory? Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ! People, fuck, dude. Just do something about guns. Fuck.
So what if the plan to fix the mass shootings is banning Shenmue 4 or whatever?
That might do it. That might fix the problem. At least it'll fix some problems for me, at the very least.
It's like you were saying, it's doing anything but like actually trying to fix the problem.
Yeah.
Just like the meme, like you know, they gotta distract, they gotta scapegoat. You know, they've been saying. We talked about this last week. They say, and they say it. They've been saying it for years. Let's do something about mental health. The Democrats do a bill trying to do something about mental health, and they don't even want, like, they're like, oh, nah, bro, that's communism.
Yeah, because everything's communism.
Everything's communism, especially the Activision developers trying to unionize. I mean,
that's big time communism there.
You know, I think my biggest problem being a video gamer, I don't know if actually, I'll be real. Like, no, that's not my biggest problem. I have other problems with video games, but I think a big problem I have personally is I know like a lot of developers are, you know, the people who actually make the games get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you know, I was talking to this
Working
guy.
Conditions are not great for a lot of them.
I was talking to this guy for the people, Rufus, who used to do Cracking a Cold One with Justin.
Yeah.
We're talking, and yeah, we're talking about Grand Theft Auto 5, and he explained that he was fine with the microtransactions in the game because he felt like he was giving a tip to the people who actually developed the games. And at the time, I thought, well, that's great, but now I know it's, you know, that money doesn't go to the people who actually make the game. You know, that just goes to CEOs or whatever. Money for their lobbying efforts to never pay taxes on anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really nice thought, but now I know like what BS it is. Like, you know, no matter how much money we spend on these games, it doesn't go to the workers.
Yeah.
And hopefully something like unions change that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time.
Oh, it's time?
Well, I don't know. Do you have anything to say on that before we go to the emails?
I agree. Yeah, that's my hot take on that one.
Yeah.
All
right.
Emails.
So
reading fan mail.
Let's bring these emails up from the fans. All right.
Don't go deleting them, Hillary.
Yeah, Hillary.
Bam, Hillary joke. In 2022, keeping up with the times.
All right. This is from Charles in Uganda.
Okay. I wonder if he knows Knuckles.
You know, we gotta ask him. I'll send him an email after.
Cool.
Dear Gopher, I've been a fan for a while. I'm wondering if you're excited, or like what do you think they're gonna do for the next PlayStation or even series of consoles? And he goes on to say, you know, with Nintendo they always do weird stuff, but with Microsoft and Sony, it seems like they keep pushing the hardware. What do you think the next generation of consoles gonna look like? What's gonna?
I don't know. I mean, we keep getting to like a generation of consoles where I think like, I mean, doesn't seem like they can do a whole lot more from here. And then another one comes out and they do more. So I don't really know. I don't know what exactly is gonna be happening whenever we get the next fucking. All I know is they better actually like sell them. You know, wait, it's fucking.
That'd be nice.
They need scalpers to.
Existing.
They need more like anti-scalper things put in place, because that was obviously like COVID was a big problem, but then the scalpers were like a huge part of it as well. They need something
absolutely
to take care of that. As far as like what the consoles are gonna be, I don't know. What we need to do, right, So PlayStation is going to be a PlayStation 6. What we need to try to figure out is what the fuck the next Xbox is going to be called. Because they just do whatever with that.
That's true. Oh, yeah.
They had the Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One X. Xbox and Nintendo just do whatever the fuck they want with those names. PlayStation keeps it simple.
We're gonna have the Xbox negative too. Like, I think even that's like too much of like a good name for them.
It's gonna be some weird shit. So yeah, that should be everybody's like big guessing game there. The fuck is the next Xbox gonna be called?
Man, yeah, absolutely. I think we're at a limit to how well we could do graphically. Not that we can't push further. I think the problem is the workers aren't treated good enough for quality products. I think we're gonna get a lot more stuff like Cyberpunk and No Man. Oh, I guess throwing No Man's Sky in there is kind of unfair because it was an indie team. We're gonna get stuff like Cyberpunk or even Star Wars, even games like Star Wars Battlefront. Beautiful looking game, but not great amount of content. I think we're gonna continue to go have games like that as long as the video game industry is the way it is.
Well, some of them like
treats its workers.
Like I mean, Cyberpunk, from what I've understood, from what I understand, like it's one of those games that became a good game, but like the issue is they're getting these games out so quick that on release they're fucked. Like they're broken, they're garbage, but then you have to wait like a year or two for fucking updates to keep coming in, and it's like part of it is the consumer's fault because there's a lot of people who bitch about games taking too long. It's partly their fault, but it's also a lot of it's like the shareholders and shit wanting their nut. So it's a mixture of the two. Probably more on the shareholders and CEOs, but like consumers need to be all right with delays, because if not, then you get fucking games that are unfinished messes, and you gotta wait a fucking extra time anyway for the game to be properly finished, if it is, and then some games just get abandoned, so they don't even get properly finished.
Yep, absolutely. And I think that's a lot of those problems are management, and it's not the developer's fault. I think as long as the industry is the way it is, that's going to continue. All right, I think it's time for email number 2. Thanks, Charles.
Yes, and let us know about whatever the thing was we were asking earlier.
Yeah,
I already forgot.
This is from Lloyd in Mongolia. Dear Gopher, I'm a new viewer. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing so far. My question is, do you think video gaming peaked in the mid-90s when we had our 2D consoles? Kind of the same. This is just my addition from me. It's kind of the same vein as the question from before, but I guess it's kind of different. Do you think gaming has peaked in the 90s, and how long until you think we get 3D games as good as those polished 2D titles?
It's weird because like I would say no, I don't think it peaked there. I think there are plenty of I think 3D games can already be as good as they were back then, like the 2D games were. But
I'll say this: I think 2D, what we probably did peak with that. Maybe not, but I think 3D could go a lot further, and we're still. I would think like just getting our feet wet with that. What we could do.
Yeah. I just I don't think it peaked in the mid-90s. I say that, however, the Super Nintendo is my all-time favorite console.
Yeah,
so.
it didn't peak once he plays Donkey Kong Country 2.
So, but I'll tell you when it sure as fuck did not peak. I'll make this fucking take right now. The early to
Oh,
mid
when
2000s. Also, Shenmue 3,
uh,
yeah, that as well. But
well,
like,
I was gonna say like, when Shenmue came out in 1999, that was the peak of video games.
fucking the N64, PS1, or was it PS1 or PS2 when the N64 was out? PS1, right?
PS1.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
era, it aged horribly. And that's as somebody who loved the
Well,
N64 when I was younger. It aged fucking
yeah,
horribly. It was the first attempt at 3D.
absolutely.
It did not go well. It was, for the
Yeah,
time, yeah, but
I
it
mean,
was no.
and for anyone getting mad or upset, I mean, just compare. Like, if we say the mid '90s was the peak of 2D platformers, compare those games to like Adventure or Pitfall on the Atari 2600, or even Donkey Kong, the first Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Compare those games to what we were getting then. I mean, that's like saying, like, if someone said like the first Resident Evil was better than Resident Evil 7 or whatever the newest one is. That's like saying
8.
Pitfall is better than Super Mario World. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And like a lot of those games, Super Mario World, Link to the Past, Donkey Kong Country, like those are still to this day super fun to play because they fucking mastered 2D at that point. If you fucking tell me with a straight face that fucking Mario 64, fucking Ocarina of Time, those games are still with no nostalgia glasses tinting anything, that those games are still super fun to play, you're fucking lying. You are a liar and a scoundrel.
Yep. That very well said. Thanks. Was it? Oh, thanks. What's his face for the thing? I already closed the email.
Yeah.
From Mongolia. I remember he's from Mongolia.
Yeah.
All right.
One more question to answer here.
I don't think I read one from Muffin Man in a while.
No, I mean, he's been mostly MIA. He did recently return to the Discord, though. He hasn't showed up for any streams recently, but he has returned to the Discord.
I've also got an email. I'm opening it.
And there we go. Here we go.
Where's
Muffin Man billed from today? Oh, there we go.
Drury Lane.
Cool.
Home.
And he's staying there this time.
Dear Gopher. What do you think existed before the universe?
Hold on, did he call me Gopher and not White Man?
He probably forgot. He might have been stoned.
Oh, damn. Before the universe, what's the Big Bang thing? What did that say existed before the universe? Is it nothing? Whatever the Big Bang thing is.
I think the idea is like, we might be in like a universe within a universe or some shit. Like, some people say those white like, I forget what they're called, like these white holes that spew out stuff, that might be what the Big Bang was. Like, I can't remember, but
well, whatever was before that, that was what it was, and it all takes place in an alien's locker.
Well, I think Men
in Black was a documentary.
I think what a lot of people don't think about is like, we're still in the Big Bang. We're in the process of it anyway, but I mean, it's continuously happening.
Well, I mean, if we weren't, then
like
we wouldn't. All the fucking shooting would stop. This fucking Big Bang over here getting uploaded to Pornhub, fucking up our schools.
Was Big Bang the one with Chevy Chase, or was that like Big Bang? Was
Chitty Bang Bang?
No, Chevy Chase. Was that the Big Bang Theory, or forget?
Big Bang Theory was that TV show. I don't think Community had Chevy Chase.
Yeah, Community. Yeah, it might have been Community.
Nah.
You see, I just assumed they're the same kind of show, even though
they
I've
are
only
not.
seen one of them.
They are. Community is what I would call a good show. Except, apparently, I didn't see the whole thing, but what I've seen of it was really good. But apparently the last season or two kind of went off. But, I have not enjoyed anything I've seen of Big Bang Theory, so. And there we go. Those were the things. So, do I do channel updates now? Before we get into our game?
Yeah, give us some channel updates. What you've been doing, what you're gonna do.
Alright, what you're gonna do, brother.
Yeah.
So currently we're on a little bit of a break. Not in terms of uploading, but in terms of recording. Because Brandon had his like 4 or 5 days off from work last week because it was his birthday on June 5th. He is now the big 3-0. We did that Tucker Variety Hour where me and him were drinking. There's an edited version of it on YouTube. It's like 25 minutes. The whole thing was almost 4 hours. The 25-minute thing. And I uploaded the entire VOD, almost the entire VOD, to YouTube as well. The original entire VOD was almost 4 hours. What was uploaded had to be cut down to about 3.5 or maybe 3:40 because WWE fucked on me. They fucking copyrighted, like there was a bunch of copyright claims, but most of them were just like, oh, ads are gonna be added, so, but like the video could still be up. WWE, however, blocked the video in like fucking 7 countries, including United States, because there was an episode of Silent Library that we watched, which was some fucking MTV show, but that episode had WWE wrestlers on it, so WWE copyright claimed it, and then they fucking blocked it. So I had to cut out that entire portion. However, in the edited version, the one that's like 25 minutes, there's still like 45 seconds worth of that as part of the highlights in that. So yeah, so that is up on YouTube. That went up on Brandon's birthday, June 5th. I said last week I was gonna get it up on time. I was gonna try to, and I did. So yeah, but yeah, Brandon and I will not be recording or streaming again until next Thursday. Not this upcoming Thursday, the Thursday after that. But we got some footage though to get us through. We're continuing Kingdom Hearts. Almost done with Kingdom Hearts 1. Started Guardians of the Galaxy. That has not started getting uploaded yet, but it will soon. Will very soon. Our first tier list video will start going up, or will go up in a couple days. Actually, might be Monday. It's either Sunday or Monday where the first tier video. I think it's Sunday, so tomorrow for people watching this, listening to this. Tomorrow, the first tier video will go up, which is YouTubers. We're ranking YouTubers. And then after that, on Monday, Guardians of the Galaxy will start going up. As far as streams go, Jeff and I were supposed to finish Dark Souls 2 this week. We were supposed to. But you know what happened, Moose?
No.
So the entire time we've been playing this, it was like that was like our 13th stream of Dark Souls 2. The entire time we're playing this, we did not get invaded once by a human player. We got invaded by NPCs who were, like supposed to invade us at certain parts. We had not been invaded by a human a single time. Now, we get to the very end, the final area of the game, suddenly we get invaded by a human. Numerous times. So somebody, presumably, was watching the stream, like following where we're going, and invading us in the game over and over to impede our progress and prevent us from continuing. So we had
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So we are almost, but there's not going to be an issue with that in the next stream. The next stream will be the final stream. Confirmed, because we have 2 bosses left to face, and I could just get to them immediately. So it's not going to be an issue with that. So yeah, fuck you, guy, whoever you were. You son of a bitch. I can't remember what his name was. Dominion. The Dominion was his name in the game. Fuck you, The Dominion, if you're listening to this, you son of a bitch. But yeah, we'll be finally finishing that. It'll be on Wednesday and not Tuesday because I'm going to the movies on Tuesday. So it'll be on Wednesday this upcoming week. And that'll happen the week after that. Jeff is going to be on vacation. The week after that, however, we will be starting our Elden Ring, my second Elden Ring playthrough. It'll be with Jeff. And we're going to do the thing where he's doing melee while he usually uses magic. I'm going to be using magic while I usually do melee. So we'll see how horrible that ends up. As far as...
You know what
Oh, yeah, go on.
Yeah. You finish.
I was just going to say, as far as Tuck and I go with our streams, we're just going to, keep on doing the usual. Halo, Smash, Fall Guys, whatever. But we won't be continuing. We won't be doing another stream until next Thursday. Actually, no, wait, yeah, it will be this upcoming Thursday, because today's Thursday. Right. So the 16th, Brandon will be back on the old Twitch with myself. Go on now.
So we need a video game that's exactly plays and looks like back in 1995, but the people play as you, and we need before you get to the final areas, you get chased by a guy named Dominion or whatever his name is.
The Dominion, yeah. Dude, if there was a fucking Gopher and Tuck fan game that got made, I'd play that. I'd play that on the channel. I would do that. We know some developers out there. Make the Gopher and Tuck the video game, and then I will play it on the channel.
In this game we need this mini game in here. Spot the bullshit. Headlines.
Oh yeah, we're going to the or guess the fake headline or whatever the fuck it's called. That it's time for that.
Yeah. Yep. Here we go.
Alright.
Alright, so here's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. I got 3 headlines. 2 are real, 1's fake. And Gopher here, Justin, he has to guess which one's the fake one.
Yes. I am pretty much undefeated at this. I got 1 wrong, but that was the very first one, and we had Brandon as a guest, and me and him guessed together. We thought it over, so he brought me down. But then the following 3 that we did, I got all of them right. So I am basically undefeated so far.
So far, alright, let's see how he does this week, boys and girls. Alright, first story. Ohio school board member censored for typo that linked to porn site. See, this woman, 41 years old, refused to resign, saying the link she intended to post was a site about sexual education for teens.
Okay, alright.
Alright, and I'll go to the second one. Epic Games creating its own cryptocurrency for Fortnite.
That one, that could be. That's some shit they would do.
I'll read the little thing here. So, Epic Games CEO and co-founder Tim Sweeney is excited to announce a new cryptocurrency that can be used for buying things in Fortnite. So, and it's okay. I'm gonna scroll here. It's gonna be called Fortnite tokens. Anyway, all right. So, anything else on that?
What was?
Well, I last time you said a couple of things about like if you think they're real or not. Well, I guess you made a comment. All right, number 3. Hundreds of cockroaches released in Albany courtroom during hearing. After the defendant was told to stop filming the courtroom proceedings, the cockroaches were set free from plastic containers.
Okay. Alright. So we have an Ohio teacher accidentally put in a porn link to a thingy. Mm-hmm. We have Epic doing NFTs in Fortnite.
Yeah, I guess no, they're doing like a token.
Oh, crypto. Okay, yeah. And what was that last one?
Oh, the cockroaches in the courtroom.
And there were where was that at? Did it say where?
Albanese in New York. I did say the town. I couldn't remember what state it was.
So Albany, cockroaches, Ohio teacher. Ohio, we know Jeff from Ohio, and you know I think they be doing some shit there. And then Epic. See, that one I'm a little unsure on because that seems too obvious of a thing that Epic would do. So that kind of seems like I don't
that evil. They're just giving them crypto and I mean you gotta like get tokens anyway to play or to buy things in Fortnite.
I'm gonna say that one. That's the fake one, the Epic one, just simply because it seems too obvious for this game.
You know, I'll say it, you are correct. If it was me, I would just reading the headline. Like, I don't understand the cockroaches story. Who just like on hand if someone's really being annoying. You have like cockroaches to set free during a courtroom proceeding. Like,
isn't Albany near where Mike is from? Maybe it was Mike.
Oh, it was Mike.
Okay, so we took care of all of that. Now, is there anything? Because there's a big thing I want to talk about, but is there anything else you want to talk about today before we get to that?
Don't forget to brush your teeth.
Good note. So, we don't have E4 this year, or E3, sorry. But, however, we do have a couple different things, including the Summer Game Fest, which It was the Summer Game Fest showcase was today. So I can go over some of the highlights from that.
Yeah, let's go over them.
So, I'm just gonna get the list here of the things that happened. Warframe has a new open world expansion. It's called the Duviri Paradox. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Duviri Paradox. There was a trailer for that. It's a big old open world expansion, apparently. It's for Warframe. If you like Warframe, then yeah, more Warframe. There was a thing for a game called Metal Hellsinger, which is a music-based rhythm shooter featuring music from heavy metal legends. And I think Serge Tankian, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I believe he like curated the music. Like he did the soundtrack. It was a bunch of different metal singers, but like he's the one who curated it, I believe. He's a System of a Down singer. So there's that. Yeah, got a bunch of from big metal guy, then there you go. There was a game called Nightingale that had a game look at its gameplay. It's I guess technically it counts like a survival game, but it's like a middle-age deal, and it's got combat and all that. It looks interesting. It looks fun enough. We have the Genshin Impact developer showcase 2 games. One is called Honkai Star Rail, and the other one is Zenless Zone Zero. I don't remember what Zenless Zone Zero was, but I believe Honkai Star Rail, TJ described as being Genshin, but in space. So,
just no more gacha game mechanics, please. Like, you know that game might be better than Breath of the Wild. I don't know. I don't ever want to play a game like that anymore.
No. There was some stuff revealed for One Piece Odyssey. No gameplay though, but like there was some stuff there. Highwater reveal trailer shows a world ravaged by the effects of climate change. So there's a game about climate change fucking everything up. So there's that. Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. So it's an extended gameplay for that. It's Warhammer. This one. So Goat Simulator 3 was announced.
I didn't even know there was a 2. Like,
exactly.
Over a list.
Like that's so when this was happening and like they showed the goats, I'm like, oh shit, Goat Simulator 2, fuck yeah. And then it said 3, and I'm like, wait, when did the second one come out?
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Wait. Okay, according to this, before you go check, there is no Goat Simulator 2. So they just decided to name it 3 as a joke.
I figured that. That's beautiful.
Okay, cool. All right, so I was very confused.
Were you mad at yourself that you missed Goat Simulator?
Yeah, I was. I'm like, how the fuck did I miss that? It didn't exist. Okay, they're fucking with me. All right, but yeah, that's coming out. So cool. Hell yeah. Ex-Blizzard developers announced a game called Stormgate, which so they did like a cinematic trailer. The cinematic trailer made it look like a kind of like big, like 3D Metroid looking game. They had like a woman in this big robotic suit blasting the fucking demon with wings. But like, so based on that, I thought it was gonna be like a big action adventure, like third person thing. But then it showed the logo for Stormgate, and I'm like, wow, that really looks like a free to play, real time strategy kind of game. Like that's what the logo looked like. And then they had the staff on there to talk about it, and it was a fucking free to play real time strategy game.
Damn it!
Had the fucking trailer making it look like it's some big action shit, and it was just that. Fuckers.
What is this, PlayStation 1 era gameplay?
So there was like fucking 5 games that were shown that were like horror games that take place on spaceships. I don't know why they just kept fucking showing stuff like that, but there was a whole bunch of them being shown.
It's propaganda to like make sure when Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, Donald Trump, and Andy Dick, when they're all on a spacecraft leaving when the asteroid's about to hit Earth, that none of the plebs they're just too scared to even go to space because of the scary video game space monsters.
There's that. So one of them was the new Alien game. Where's the name of that one? It's Alien something or other. Where the fuck is it on this list? Jesus.
Aliens: Dark Descent.
Yeah, there you go. There's that one. There is Fort Solis, which stars Troy Baker and Roger Clark. Good combo there. Troy Baker he's obviously very well known for many things. Joel from Last of Us is a big one. Roger Clark played Arthur Morgan in Red Dead 2. So, Routine is another one. Horror game with a terrifying cast. They have robots in this one, but it's still like on a spaceship kind of thing. There was another one. Witchfire, is that the one? There's a game called Witchfire. I don't know if that was the one or not, but it's a first person shooter game. It's apparently going to be entering an early access in the near future. It was apparently first announced in 2017 at the Game Awards, but yeah, this is kind of return to that. There is so this shit. Right, the fucking Jeff, whatever his name is, Knightley, Jeff, is it just Jeff? The IGN guy. He was like, dude, you're not gonna fucking believe it. There's the long-awaited franchise, or the old franchise, old PC franchise is getting a new game finally. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what this is gonna be. And it wasn't a fucking franchise. It's a sequel to one game from like 30 years ago called Flashback. I never heard of it, but there's Flashback 2 is coming out. But he made it seem like it was like a continuation of this big-ass franchise. This is a second game.
Yeah, as much as I've played old games, I've never, like, Flashback. What?
Yeah, never fucking heard of it. It's a game called Humankind. It's a turn-based strategy game. That's gonna be happening, apparently. Or it might just be coming to different consoles than it was on before. I don't know. There's gonna be DLC for it, I guess. Which, apparently... Cultures of Latin America is the DLC for it. I guess it's like based on what the trailer showed, it looked like a Civilization kind of game, but I don't know. I never played it, so I don't know what it exactly is. Got some indie stuff that
I really like Civilization.
Look like indie stuff. There was some gameplay showed for the final Cuphead DLC called The Delicious Last Course, which DLC.
I didn't even know there was Cuphead DLC.
I don't know if this is the only one or if they had DLC before. I'm not sure, but there's DLC coming out. To be the big end for Cuphead. They showed one of the boss fights, I believe, which it looked like Cuphead. It was
a game you've played on the channel too.
Yeah, I did on YouTube and on Twitch. I rage quit on YouTube. It was the day the game came out, and I did 24 episodes in a row on the day the game came out while not understanding how the fucking parrying works. And then eventually, like a couple years later, I played through the entire game in a stream on Twitch. So yeah. There was an update for Saints Row, like the new Saints Row coming out, where apparently there's going to be a thing called Saints Row Boss Factory, which is a mobile app that you can get before the game comes out to make your character. It's like you can make your character early by making them in an app.
That's cool.
Yeah.
This series always does cool shit.
So you can apparently save up to 6 character designs, and then you can transfer them over to the actual game when it comes out. So that is pretty cool. And it looked nice. Like the character creation looked good. So I'm always down for some good character customization. There's a release date for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, which is like an old school style beat 'em up, which is going to be released apparently on June 16th. So this month, June 16th.
It's like one of those 2D games we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. They showed Nightwing gameplay for the new Gotham Knights game, which I'm still sad about because I was thinking about doing that with Brandon for Gopher Tuk, me and him doing a co-op of that because it's a co-op game. But I can't really play games on my PC currently because it just keeps fucking crashing when I do that. So I've been playing console shit. So I would have had to play with him on console. But then they announced a couple weeks ago, or like a month or two ago, that it's not going to be coming to PS4. They canceled the PS4 and Xbox One versions. So Brandon couldn't play with me because he didn't have a PS5.
God damn it.
Yeah, so... yeah.
Biden, what are you doing?
Let's see. There was a trailer for some game called Marvel's Midnight Suns, which I'd never heard of. But the game, they had a trailer for that. They revealed Spider-Man.
If it's Square Enix, like I'll just ignore it.
Is it Square Enix? I'm not sure. It's I don't know. It's a Marvel game. There's the Hulk is a villain. There's corrupted versions of Venom, Sabretooth, Scarlet Witch, and the Hulk as villains.
Well, they're probably just corrupted because they bought the fucking Square Enix. They're corrupted, so they're trying to sell it to you in the game.
Apparently, there's a new Layers of Fear game, but this one's just going to be called Layers of Fears. There was Layers of Fear, then there was Layers of Fear Inheritance, and Layers of Fear 2. But now there's going to be just Layers of Fears. I don't know why they're naming it that, but yeah, that's a new sequel for that series coming out. New, they showed a bunch of horror games here, which I was surprised about. So potential Gopher Tuk Halloween special stuff for the future, including Resident. Was it here that they announced Resident Evil 4 remaster or remake, or was that earlier? I don't know. But Resident Evil 4 remake was announced. I think it was at the PlayStation thing before the other day.
Yeah, I think that was a state of play.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see.
Yeah. Hope so. Whole bunch of potential Halloween shit for Gopher Tuk in the future.
You know what? I'll just say it. 4 is the first good Resident Evil game.
I'm looking forward to playing 2 and 3, the remakes. For this year we're gonna be doing 2, and next year we'll be doing 3 for Halloween. I'm looking forward to those. I would not be looking forward to playing the originals because they probably did not age well. But with the remakes, they look pretty good.
Let's talk Resident Evil for just a minute here. I remember I had you play the remake of the first one,
quote unquote remake. That did not feel like a remake. Yeah.
No, it was just updated graphics.
Yeah,
really.
The whole like what's the fucking term when the camera is like stuck in one spot? Fixed camera. The whole fixed camera thing. Oh, it was rough.
It makes sense. Like it was incredible for the time. It was a great idea to like make everything look fantastic because the camera never needs to move.
Again, so, anybody out there, you try to tell me that playing that shit in current day without nostalgia fucking up your bias here, tell me that's fun. And lie to me and tell me that's fun in current day without nostalgia. Fucking lie.
I think the fun to be had is just difficulty. I don't know if the stories, like the story. I never got far. Like I got as far as being chased by the dogs.
I just know as far as the story goes, it's like known for horrible voice acting.
Yeah, people might like that. Like, anyway, I'm like I don't care to ever defeat the first game, but 4 is really fun. And
why was there no like big Resident Evil 1 remake like the ones they did for 2, 3, and now 4?
I don't know.
You think they would have done 1 as well? It's weird.
No. So we gotta wait for them to like. It's the same how like Goat Simulator 2 is not gonna come up for another 20 years.
Yeah. Dude, if they actually end up coming out with Goat Simulator 2 next, that'd be great. They showed a shit ton of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which was also a Call of Duty game before, but but for some reason they made Call of Duty Modern Warfare again, but it wasn't a remake, it was a new game, but then they named it the same as the previous one, so now they're doing that with Modern Warfare 2, which I don't get. It's weird.
I got that game on my 360.
They showed like such a huge amount of game. It's Call of Duty. You know what to expect. Like they had the people out there talking about it, making it seem like it's this big reinvention. But you look at the game, it's the fucking same shit. It's like if you like that, cool. I enjoy the campaigns usually for those games, but don't act like it's some new fucking reinvent. It's Call of Duty. It's the same fucking thing as it was before.
These clowns, they had a chance. In Call of Duty Ghosts, they introduced the ability to control dogs, and they did nothing with that. No improvements. They never went back to it. Sad.
They should make the next game just Call of Duty Dog. Play as a dog the whole time.
Yeah. Exactly.
One of the many space horror games shown here, the Callisto Protocol. That got an extended gameplay dealio shown off. This game is gonna beat out the rebooted Tomb Raider series when it comes to just fucking up the protagonist when you die. Because, like, in the newer Tomb Raider games, if Lara, if she dies, she just gets fucking fucked up. they showed some of the deaths for this guy, and oh god. One of them's like him getting his fucking head eaten in half. One is like him getting his whole body shredded up. It's brutal. Looks fun though. It does look like a fun horror game. That's definitely one I would like to play on the channel for Halloween. Maybe next year. It comes out December 2nd, so I can't play it this year for Halloween. But maybe I'll play that with Resident Evil 3 next year. There, and then finally, wait, no, there's a couple. Okay, so Aliens: Dark Descent.
I'll say this. I'll say this real quick. That reminds me of like how I'd enjoy watching a death sequence and playing something like Dragon's Lair, or like the fatalities in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. So there is. They actually started to show off with showing the return of Guile for Street Fighter 6. So he'll be back in that, and they show some of that. Alien Dark Descent had some that was there. And then finally, they finished off with 3 things in relation to Naughty Dog. They showed off some stuff related to the show, the HBO show, and announced that Ashley Johnson, who voices Ellie, and Troy Baker, obviously, who voices Joel, they're going to have roles in the show. They didn't say what the roles are going to be, but they said that they actually will have like proper roles in the show, which is pretty cool. Like they said, it's going to be more than a cameo. So that's cool. They announced it was leaked earlier in the day, but they officially announced The Last of Us 1 getting a proper like remake, like not just a remaster, but an actual remake. And it's great because like they showed not gameplay, but they showed like footage of like cutscenes and stuff like that in the game. And while I was watching it, I'm like, wow, this looks just like the original. But then they showed side by sides afterwards, and I'm like, oh, no, that does not look like the original. That looks way better. I guess I was like, I'm so used to The Last of Us 2 now that I forgot that the first one looks way older than that. But yeah, it looks like Last of Us 2 kind of graphics, and there's going to be other updates for it. It's coming to PC. It'll be released on PS5 at first, so it'll have like DualSense support and all that, which I'm excited for. And then apparently a PC version is going to be on the way. So that's happening.
Here's what you need, like, you just need to play before any video game you play. Just play like a full session of back in 1995, and you'll appreciate like any video game after that.
Yeah, maybe no video games that have peanut butter, because you kind of don't want to save after peanut butter after that.
Tell me some of the improvements they made. Like I know before I reviewed the Mass Effect trilogy remake kind of, and I really feel like they did improve the games in those remakes. So what do they do
essentially
here?
From what I understand, is that they made it more like Last of Us 2. They made the combat feel more like it does in Last of Us 2. The enemy AI has been tweaked to be based on that. Obviously it has like 60 frames per second. There's a bunch of more accessibility options like they have in Last of Us 2. It's just basically remaking Last of Us 1 to look and feel like Last of Us 2. And also like DualSense support and shit like that, which is really cool. And because apparently they're rebuilding it from the ground up. It's one of those things. So
I only played The Last of Us for an hour because my friend let me play his PlayStation for a little bit, and I really enjoyed The Last of Us.
Fantastic. Well, I'm definitely going to be getting the remake. I have the original as well, but I'm definitely going to be getting the remake, and you'll be here at some point, so you can play it on my PlayStation 5. There you go. And then finally, the other thing was that they've been kind of quiet on this for a bit. Originally, what was supposed to be an update for The Last of Us 2 to add factions, which was the name of the multiplayer mode from the first game. They were originally going to have that updated into Last of Us 2. Eventually, they decided that it's getting too big. So they're making it, it's too big, so they're going to make it its own game. Now they've finally explored a little more of that, and they said that it's going to be as big as other Naughty Dog games, and that it has an actual story. So it's not just going to be what the previous one was. It's going to be a whole, big, standalone story multiplayer game set in the Last of Us universe.
This is going to be bigger than Crash Team Racing?
Yes.
Holy shit.
And apparently it's going to be taking place in San Francisco. Because they showed an image from it, and you could clearly see the bridge. Golden State Bridge? Is that what what's called?
I think Golden Gate.
Golden
Yeah,
Gate.
that's cool.
Golden Gate. It's whatever the fucking San Francisco Bridge is. So yeah, it's gonna be taking place in San Francisco. It's gonna have a new cast of characters and all that, but yeah, it's gonna be a standalone multiplayer game with like a full story and all that. So I'm looking forward to that very much. We will apparently learn more about it next year, so it's not quite close to being here, but we will learn more about it next year. And also, Neil Druckmann said that he was working on something else. He said he couldn't say what, but he is working on some other game for Naughty Dog right now. So there's, yeah. Anytime we get more Naughty Dog shit, I am happy. And that was so that was the first thing, right? Summer Game Fest. There's other stuff that's going to be happening. Stuff that's happening today on Saturday when this video goes up. I think on Saturday, sometime after this podcast, is the Xbox and Bethesda showcase. I think that'll be on Saturday. And there's going to be some other ones happening on. Some happened yesterday for people listening to this, but tomorrow for us on Friday. There's some stuff on Monday, and I think there's other stuff on Saturday as well. Sunday.
You know what they need to do?
Yeah.
You know how we're getting remakes like the Last of Us remake and the remake of all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games.
Yeah.
Like, so, but at the Bethesda showcase, they just need to like say, "All right, we're gonna finally do it." No, they should remake the first Fallout game and just make it shitty like the newer games. I mean, of course they're gonna say, "Oh, we're finally like bringing the first Fallout into, making it accessible to the people," and like make it shitty. Like,
I think it's finally time for them to remake Skyrim. I'm just gonna say it. I think we need a new Skyrim release after all this time. You know, all this time that's passed. It's about time.
Do you mean like? Do you mean just Skyrim, or are you talking about like a new Elder Scrolls?
No, like Skyrim specifically. We need that. We need Skyrim. It's been so many years since the last time we had Skyrim. Give us more Skyrim.
Oh
finally.
yeah, I mean, no, like never mind, like whatever Elder Scrolls game was supposed to be next. Another Skyrim.
Yeah, more Skyrim. And there you go. So that was that. Yeah.
I only played like a couple of hours of Skyrim, but I really like enjoyed Morrowind a lot.
Never played any of the other. I played some of Elden Ring or Elden Scrolls. Played a lot of Elden Ring. I played some of Elden Scrolls online. Not much of it, but a little bit of it on stream a while back. This was before it was even Gopher and Tuk. But other than that, the only Elden Ring I've played, fucking Elder Scrolls, Jesus, was Skyrim. And I hate the combat. I'm not a fan of the combat at all. So I initially,
I mean, it's I mean that, and Mike has gotten mad at me. It's like Fallout. It's not very good.
My issue, right? When I originally played it, because I originally played it on PS4 or PS3, I think it might have been. And I couldn't get past me hating the combat. But then when it was released on PS4, they had built-in mods, so you can mod it on the console version and all that. And I found the mod for Ring of God mode, so I just used that. So my character just pretty much couldn't die, and I could just go wherever and explore freely, and I could just kill enemies easily. I didn't have to focus on the combat that I don't like. I could focus on the good part of Skyrim, which is the exploration, and I ended up really enjoying that.
Yeah, I remember like Mike got. I don't know, like, he didn't like when I said, like, Fallout doesn't have good gameplay. I think 76, with the no way to hold your hand available of having VATS, like, it really showed how terrible, like, the combat is in those games. I think, Outer Worlds does have good combat, and that's where the series should have went, or, well, where Bethesda should have went, but obviously, things didn't turn out that way.
Yeah.
But at least we got the Outer Worlds.
Yeah. I never played it, but I heard good things.
When are we getting the Outer Worlds 2 or the Outer Worlds remake?
Yeah, remake Elder Worlds. Give us the full remake, too. Like, I'm talking built from the ground up.
Alright, well, it's been over an hour. I think next week we should talk more about the Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, because there'll be more stuff having happened towards the
Oh,
beginning
and
of this.
we'll talk about all the new mass shootings that happened. We just
Yeah.
have to wait. On
Yeah.
that. Like,
There you go. You know, in the comments, leave a prediction. Where's the next mass shooting gonna happen? Give us your
oh,
state.
boy.
Guess the state.
It's like having a Deadpool, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh god. All right.
Well, all right. No updates from me. I haven't had my own personal issues, so I done no meetings.
Yeah.
But see, the last day for Alaska's special election is when this podcast comes out. I'll talk a little. I'll talk about the results next week. You got that to look forward to skipping. We'll talk more Summer Game Fest. More Ask Gophers. More headlines.
Yeah.
More on top of the world.
Yeah.
I'm Joshua Hadley. You can
Justin.
find me on Twitter, Facebook. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Goodbye.